Party people, we are working on some scooters today. Okay, we are finishing up the 2008 Buddy 125. Let's get a little tour going here. Okay, the front one right here, that's the Chinese. I forget which year. I think 2015. That could either be a carburetor rebuild or a new carb. I chose just do new carb. Same cost to the customer. New carb on this Chinese, and then on this Buddy right here, new carbs were like over 250 bucks. So the Buddy right here, we're doing a rebuild on it. So we got some rebuild parts for the carburetor, and we're gonna do oil change. So there's our parts over here. Oil filter. The Buddy takes a Vespa oil filter, and the Chinese stuff doesn't. Chinese scooters have no oil filter. That's why they don't last as long. But here we go. So we're gonna get into this Chinese carb right here. There's our new carburetor right there. Let me get you a view down inside here. And we're gonna start with the easy one first. We're gonna do the Chinese scoot first. Trying to get better shots for you guys on the work that I'm actually doing. So bear with me here. Okay, that's a good little view. So let's get set up here. Let me get my battery pack set up here somewhere it doesn't fall. Okay. Get my plugs. And we're doing oil changes for both, like I said. So pretty major, you know. Two different. This is one customer, and his buddy lives in the same complex here, so we're doing both scooters. I already came here once, saw that this one, we're just going to put a new carb in there, which is a no-brainer. Same price to the customer, why not have a brand new carburetor? So that's that. And then the other one, the Buddy, we just can't find. There's no aftermarket carburetors for that. And the stock carburetor costs $260 plus. And so we just got rebuild parts. Right here, I'll show you. So I bought about 5 different parts. Cost the customer about 30 bucks. Float bowl, gasket, the bellows, little bellows, and a couple things. So not bad. Float needle. So the Buddy will be good for 30 bucks, and the carburetor will be all brand new again. Get it going. Both these bikes have been sitting outside. The Buddy's been sitting outside forever, not being used. This Chinese one's been being used, but Chinese carburetors, they're terrible. They sit a month, they can clog up. So if you let your bike sit a month and don't use it, it may not start, and you need a whole carb clean. So I don't recommend Chinese scooters unless you're gonna ride them all the time, and then you need to do your oil change frequently, every like 800 miles. So it's best if you learn to do your own oil change on your Chinese scoot, and then you'll get lots of life out of it. All right, let's check out our new carb, guys. Pretty basic. The cost of these carbs are like $20, $22. So it's a no-brainer. I don't rebuild Chinese carburetors or do a kit. I just get the whole new carburetor. So I mean, it's stupid not to. So there's our whole new carb here. Let's kind of get it unpacked. Some of this stuff we'll use on it, some we won't. We're just gonna go ahead and replace it. Straight replacement in there. I'm gonna spray some spray lube in this thing, make sure everything's functioning good, and then we're just gonna cross over everything, connect it, brand new carb, fire the sucker up, get it all warmed up, and we'll be doing the oil change, which is 2 oils, the motor oil and the gear oil, if it needs replacing. The gear oil might be okay, so, but there's oils usually on every scooter. You have a motor oil which needs to be changed, that gets dirty, and the gear oil never really gets dirty after its first 1 or 2 changes, but you do replace it. But gear oil may be replaced every 3,000 miles, whereas the motor oil on this needs to be replaced every 800 if you want it to last. Remember, no oil filter on Chinese scooters, so that's not a good thing. All right, you guys, let's get everything ready here. We got the carb spray, we got the spray lube, and it's good. I got mostly set up for you guys before I started the video. So we got our carb clean, of course, spray lube necessary, and we got the rags here. Put this. We'll have a rag down in here. But another beautiful day in San Diego here, you guys. It's a beautiful shoot. 75, sun's out. The summer pretty much started out here. We had a last little tiny rain, and now we're into wonderful weather. Okay. Set up here. Got my drink. Okay, guys, I got my little smoke on real quick. I got the Deadhead OG I'm smoking on today. It's a really good deal from shout out Alpha Medic. If you're in San Diego, check out Alpha Medic. They're on their website. I always get the deals. But the Deadhead OG is really strong, and it was only $50 for a quarter. And it's stronger than the stuff that I got from them that was 80, so pretty awesome deal. Pretty nice. Deadhead OG. Trying to keep it cheap. Okay, guys, got my fill up. Let's go ahead. This is just standard removing the Chinese carburetor. It's really easy if you guys take your time. They're all the same. All the motors and all the carbs are the same for every Chinese scooter usually. So first, let's go ahead and release things here a little bit. First thing, we got this cable right here, which is the choke electronic cable. So pull that out here like this. I'm just gonna disconnect it. It's this little plug here. Disconnect it. Let's see. Actually, before we loosen the carb, we're gonna disconnect some more stuff. So grab your 12. Let's see, 12 millimeter. We're gonna loosen up the throttle cable here. So the top nut there, loosen it up, bring it all the way up, and I'll loosen the whole thing here, and then now take the bottom one, bring it all the way down. Bring it all the way down off. Bring it all the way down off of that, and then pull that up and out. You can only pull that up out. Just have a slot right there, but only for the wire. So there we go. Pull that, bring it around, bring this up, get the barrel out of there, and there's our throttle cable. You could just put that to the side real quick. This is standard Chinese scooter, you guys. So this would be a 125. Same process for a 150, and same process for a 50cc. All the same connections usually. Sometimes the air boxes are a little different, but this is gonna take care of 98% of all Chinese scooters, you guys. So if you just watch this video, you can do your own carburetor. Now let's get the air filter boot off of there. I'll show you what I like to do here. So loosen it up with the Phillips. I'm gonna grab a giant flathead. Alright, giant flathead right here. Let's go ahead and push this boot off. I kind of put the starter and see how to do that. Boom. Pull it back like that, and I'm just gonna shove this thing down here like this, like that, and it'll still keep. Voila! See, you guys, the boot's out of the way, and I can work in here. And I'm gonna be pulling this carb out. So, see how that's perfect, you guys? Giant flathead. Stick it right down there. Let it sit. Off to the side. Perfect. Now let's get the Phillips for the carburetor. Now we're pretty much disconnected of things. We're gonna pull off hoses and transfer them. I will transfer to the new carburetor kind of with you guys, so you guys can not get lost. But normally I just pull all this out and I know where everything goes, but I'll help you guys out here and I'll do it bit by bit. So say you got your new carburetor right here. So first thing you would do, new carburetor, you plug in your plug for your choke. Okay. I'm not even gonna undo this cable. I'm gonna leave all that like that. And you got your vacuum. First your vacuum coming off. So kind of see what we got. We got this right here coming into the top. So we need a piece coming off here that's gonna connect to this. So let's go ahead and take that piece off there. And then this piece, we don't need this extra part. So this right here, let's pull that out. That piece is gonna go where this one went, right there. So that's just the air. This is the air suction. But you need it, okay? And there can be no leaks. So okay, that's good. And then we have our drain right here. We're going to use the existing drain. Let's pull it off, okay? Pull that off, so we don't need the drain tube either. Put that to the side. We're going to keep that for future scooters I work on. And now we're ready to pull that carb out and transfer the new one in. So I'm going to put the new carb right up here. I've already sprayed off my area and kind of made it clean. And so let's get this carb off here. Oh. Okay. Oh, and also the fuel line. Now the fuel line is going to be the first thing I put on because it's not going to stop. So I'll pull the fuel line off right now. We'll pull the carb out. Pull the carb out here. And there's the fuel line right there. It's about to come off. Let's go ahead and pop that onto the new carb. Okay, good. It didn't. I'm going to use a zip tie on that. You can use a clamp. I use zip ties to secure that. The clamp is gone. I just prefer to use zip ties, but you guys can use a little clamp. Just don't cut into the rubber. Don't cut into the rubber. So zip ties are great though. Pop that on there real quick. I'm going to tighten the heck out of it on there. Make sure it's nice and centered. Pop that on there good. It's a little difficult there. There we go. Okay, you want to use something to push against that to make all the clicks you can. See the extra click I just did? And then get your snips. Snip that off there. Now you can use a little clamp, like I said. I just prefer to use that. You can use these little rings here, like that. But honestly, the Zip tie's better. Okay, so there's our fuel line on our new carb. Okay, and we got this. We're gonna unplug this. Here, I'm just gonna bring that around to that side, put that back on. Let's go ahead and pull our other carb out because we're completely disconnected. There we go, and just go. I might take the screws out of this, so I might salvage some screws, salvage this, whatever, but that's it. And maybe the choke. If you need a choke, the choke's still good, but carburetor, throw it away. So new carb, let's see. We want to prep it. So we're about to pop this on. I'm gonna spray lube the rubber intake here, which helps the rubber, helps everything go on good, but helps keep the rubber good and not crack ever. Keeps the rubber from cracking and everything just nice. And then also we want to lubricate the new carburetor. So I'm gonna spray a little spray lube right there, and then I'm just gonna open and close the carb a little like that. I'm gonna spray a little bit on this bar here. Everything that moves, I put some spray lube on there. And then the most important for me is the slide. So I got the slide back here. Finger and this, operate the slide. Okay, perfect. Now let's go ahead and put the outside of that, and then pop the carb on there. Make sure our gas line's on. You can kind of pop it on sideways for a second, and while we connect the drain hose, the overflow hose. So that's right here. Let's go ahead. We'll turn it a little bit. Pop the overflow hose on there, just because it's easier to angle. And we have our gas line on with the zip tie. So let's go ahead and bring it around and pop it in. There's a little notch here. Make sure you pop this all the way in and to the notch, and it's nice and snug. Nothing's tight yet, but should be nice and snug. Popped in that little notch right there. Okay, and then now we will connect, let's see, this air right here. So remember, we have our brand new air here. Let's connect it to this hose right here. It's our air line. Make sure that doesn't pull on that, or else it could pop off of that. So got that nice and good. Everything nice and tight, no cracks. We're looking at all the hoses to make sure there's no cracks. This is relatively new, 2015, but still Chinese rubber. So let's check everything. Everything looks great. Here is our throttle cable. So we're gonna go ahead and pop the throttle cable on, and you see how fast this is gonna be, you guys, to pop just a whole new carburetor on there. You don't even have to mess with the old one. 20 bucks for the new carb. Same carb as the factory uses. Okay. Okay, so bring it around here. Let's put the ball clamp right into the end of that. Swing it around in its groove. Bring it up. Remember to take the nut off of that. Get the wire through the groove there, and then let it pop in there. Now it pops in a certain way there. Now we bring the other nut back up here. Bring that up. And we want to bring the top nut down and kind of see what we got here. Kind of pre-align it, and then make sure we got slack. So make sure we got some slack right there. All right, too much slack. So let's bring it up. Let's bring it up more. Got too much slack. Okay, so we're taking some slack out of the line. Just gonna operate the throttle here. Yeah, too much slack still. So let's bring it up. There is another adjustment on the throttle area too as well. The micro adjuster. This is the main adjuster though for your throttle. Okay, we took more slack out of that. Check the throttle here. Okay. It's kind of, I'm looking for this movement right here. Still too much. We're gonna do the adjustment on the throttle, I think here. Let me see what we got. Yeah. We'll do the rest of it on the throttle. So we'll actually loosen this up a little bit. Loosen that up a little bit. And then tighten it. And then we're gonna do the rest of the, we're gonna take the rest of the slack out on the adjuster that is underneath the throttle. So let's go ahead and tighten this up with our 12. Tighten up the top nut. Now that should tighten up the whole thing here. You don't need to do the bottom. That should be real tight. I see I can't move this anywhere. It's done. So, and then we push our rubber piece up there, up onto the threads. That thing needs to have some threads on there. So you see, you have to leave some threads there for that rubber boot. So that's perfect. Now, but we have some excess throttle, some play. We want to take some of that out. So we adjust the adjuster on the throttle here. Let's see. Let's see if you guys can see that. I'm just gonna adjust that little guy right in there. So look through there and see. So loosen this nut, and I'm just gonna bring this big bar out right here, and that's gonna take slack out. So I'll take a look in here. I keep checking for my slack here. I want to take a little more slack out, so we're bringing that out counterclockwise, which is making the cable tighter. Alright, so we got a good little amount here left in here. That's good. Want a little bit of slack there, but that's it. Okay, and then that's good. So we'll go ahead and bring so we got the barrel adjusted good. Now we bring the nut here up to that, and then tighten it against the barrel like that. Boom. Tighten it against the barrel so that it doesn't move again. Okay, adjusted, and then slide the. Actually, I like to do it's kind of a pain in the butt is to move that on there. So I spray a little spray lube on there. And go ahead and push this whole thing back over it again, and it protects it. There we go. And the spray lube keeps it from rusting and then helps the rubber out. Alright, so we got our carb perfectly adjusted. Let's get you back over to the carb. Alright. New carb in, popped in. We have the connections on there, the hose on there, the air line. We've got the gas in with the zip tie. Let's go ahead and tighten up this boot. So the first boot, the carburetor boot, tighten this up good. Got a nice brand new carburetor. I think it's gonna run great. The Scoot has, I think, less than 1,000 miles or so. Okay, the main one. Now let's take out long flathead here, which was securing the air filter boot. And let's pop that on there. I already put the spray lube on there. Pop it on the carb, push on that sucker. It's got a little groove that lines up to as well. Push that out of the way so we can get to that. And you kind of need to hold that on there while you tighten that. So let's go ahead. So I'm pushing this on there, holding the clamp, and then tightening this all at the same time. Let's go. So hopefully everything works great, and we will warm this thing up and do an oil change on it. Okay, nice and snug, not too tight. If it's too tight, that clamp it'll pull off the carburetor. So just pretty tight though. Pretty snug. There we go. And then I might let a little bit of that out. Let a little bit of this out. So it doesn't. It's got the bucket. It's gonna push right there. We don't need this. Make sure everything's operating there good. Okay. I forgot one thing. I forgot to see what the air fuel mixture screw. So I'm gonna loosen this up so I can turn the carburetor. It's supposed to be set, but you never know. I mean, don't count on any of that. So I forgot to set that. So let's loosen this up real quick. Turn this carburetor. Turn it up. I need to loosen a little more here. Turn the carburetor sideways. And there's a little screw here. We need to make sure it is about one turn out. Flat right here. So you screw it all the way in, and then it should be one turn out. Actually, I need a different flat head for this. Okay. Let's see what it was at. 1/2. Oh, it was way too much. It was way too much. So Chinese carburetor is only like one turn out. Okay. So 1/2. So I screw it all the way in. 1/2. 1. That's it. Good thing I checked that. That was like 2.5 out, and it should have only been 1 out. So there we go. No problem getting right back in there and fixing that real quick. Screw it back into the notch. Popped back in. First we tighten the carburetor on the boot, and then we do that one after that. Nice and secure. And then we push the boot back on there. Make sure it's pushed on there, and then tighten back up. Good to go, good to go. And we've got a little puddle of stuff down there. Little puddle of gas and spray. Let's go ahead and pop a little paper towel down there, clean that up. Okay. Alright, we're about ready to fire this baby up. Let's see what we got for gas. Okay, we got gas in there. Carb's on good. Throttle's working good. We got just the right amount of little bit of slack in the cable. Slides are good, lubed. All the air lines, everything's hooked up. Choke is hooked back up. Let's go ahead and put that back into its sleeve and tuck it back behind here where it was. And look at that, all pretty again. And now we cross our fingers and hope everything. It should run good though. It should run good. Who do we got? Who do we got here? Alright, we're gonna fire this up right now. Turn the key on. let's back this up a little bit here. Okay, everything's good. Alright, we should be good. Let's go ahead and fire this up and get warmed up, and then and get it nice and hot for oil change. Okay. Uh-oh, this one has a throttle on this. The ignition on this is a little sticky. You might need a new ignition. Uh-oh. The ignition from sitting by the beach, it doesn't, you have to keep messing with the key on the ignition for it to stay on. So we might have to replace the ignition, but let's see if I can get it to stay. Uh-oh, it's not behaving. It is not behaving right now. Let me see here, let me do a little check. Let me do a little manual check here. Oh, we're low, battery's low. Okay. We don't have enough. Don't have enough battery juice here. Okay, so I got a battery and jumper cables. He might need a new battery. I didn't put a charge or anything on this battery when I was here, but a dead battery right now. We're gonna jump it. We could jump it to my car, but I have a spare Harley battery right here, so. Oh shoot! I have a fully charged Harley battery right here. Freaking huge. This thing's like 50 pounds. So we're gonna jump into that. Makes it nice as a mobile mechanic, so I don't have to turn my car around right now. I just bring my battery out. Lots of amps on this battery. This battery will start a Harley. Fully charged. Let's go. Okay. Alright, we got it charged now. Okay, like I said, we got a funky ignition on this. So hopefully we get it to stay on so we can start. Oh, yeah, it's doing some, it's turning off by itself. Okay, we got some juice. I had it turn over last time and now it's just having some issues now. That's weird. It's Chinese scooter issues. Let's check at the solenoid right here. I'm just gonna connect it. Oh, we still don't have enough juice for some reason here. Hold on. My battery's not having any juice on it. We might have to use my car. I just charged it. Uh-oh. Yeah, shoot. I got a dead spare battery here. No wonder it wasn't helping. Let me check. Oh no, it's good. Okay, shoot. Let's try it again. Try it again. So the battery is good. So just the cables aren't connected somehow. Let's see. Okay. Having a... oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. I had them connected good too. Sometimes they just don't connect. Just keep trying. Alright, we should be connected good now. Okay. Lots of amps here. Alright, we still have no start here. This is such a pain. So manually connect the starter solenoid, so we still don't have juice. Enough juice there, so something's still wrong. So let's check this. Work on these cables a little bit better here. I don't know how it's not connected. Still don't have enough juice. Well, I'm just gonna turn my car around, man. It should be, but still, it's still not turning the bike over at all. So we may need a whole new ignition, but it was working last time. Let's see here. Come on, baby. Oh. Let's try it with my car. Son of a gun. I don't know if that battery's not enough juice or what. Fun Dip, what's up, Fun Dip? Vento Triton. Yep, all the Chinese. Oh, a 2-cycle. Okay, that's pretty cool. What year is it? Let's see. All right, gotta turn my car around. Jump this sucker with my car. Which I know has no issues here. Okay. Start button not working. Bike should start right here, touching the post of the starter solenoid, but still showing no juice. That doesn't make any sense. Should be tons of power. Negative here, negative to negative, okay. Should be plenty of power. Let me check the cables here again. So it's just got some Chinese screws have a lot of weird issues. Okay, oh, we got plenty of juice, so let's go ahead and That has plenty of juice on there. So for some reason, it's not going to the starter. Let's see here. Oh, we got good. All right, we got good horn finally. There we go. Okay, you guys, look at all that. That was all that pain in the butt we just had to do, and just for a connection, you guys. So don't give up when you're doing, like, I have a cop car here, so there should be plenty of power going to this little puny battery. So finally it's working, and it might have been the switch too sticky. So we're at the beach, switches start not working. All you just hit the switches a bunch of times and to try and get them to work, as well as the ignition. I just had to turn it on and off a million times originally to get that to work. So all right, now let's turn it over. Let's get this sucker turned over, fired up, warmed up for the oil change. Finally. Give it a second for the gas to go. And if you're gonna rev it, make sure you're doing the right brake, because that's the front brake. If you have your hand on the rear brake, the wheel's not going to be able to turn, and for the engine to warm up. So do the left brake or the right brake. There we go. Give it a second here. Second to be here. Okay, let's take a little bit of time. I'm gonna shoot some spray into the intake here to help it fire up and for it to catch. We don't have another issue. We might have a spark issue on this bike too. This bike, I never saw this bike run yet either, so we got the cap on the spark plug. We're gonna have to check for spark here in a second because it should have fired up. It should have fired up already. Should have fired up already, and got gas here, everything coming in, gas coming in. Also have to check. Oh yeah, you know what, you guys? Here's the problem. This bike, here's this right here. This bike has a security system. So there's a switch in there. You can turn inside the seat area. I'll show you guys. So we gotta kind of have to. We gotta connect this for a second. You can just jump the wires together or put this on here. Let's see here. I'll show you guys. Inside this thing, there's a kill switch, and that comes down to this little wire hanging off right here. So we're going to connect it. So connect it to the bike. That's its kill switch. So here it is right here. Has to be plugged in and has to be on unlock, which means the bike is fired up. So let's put that right there. I'll hold that on there. That kills the spark to the plug, so we should be able to fire up now. It's kind of a pain to hold this. I'll go ahead and put this down in here for a second. And then let's go ahead and fire it up. Oh yeah. Perfect, you guys. Look at that, purring like a kitten. I did not even set the idle yet. I did not set the idle yet. And looks like the choke is probably working. In a second, yeah, it warms up for a second and then the idle goes down. want to make sure that the choke on the new carburetor is working too. So the idle did go down. And we're gonna have to turn the idle up on this because it's too low. Perfect. Actually, the idle's good. I'll turn the idle up a little more. And don't worry about the idle too much. It's a brand new carburetor. It needs to set in. You want to let it all warm up, and I'm gonna rev the hell out of it. And the idle will change during all that. So the final setting will be when it's warm. We'll have a nice good idle. But this bike hasn't run for quite a while, 6 months or more. So we're just doing a nice gentle warm up. Just make sure it continues to run. I'm gonna put this seat back on because we're good in here now. Everything's tight. Cable's good slack in there, a little bit of slack on the cable. Let's go ahead and pop this back on. Put the seat up. Get the stuff out of there. Bro, purring like a kitten right now. So how many miles we got on this? Got 1,700 miles on this. So I'm gonna get to that idle screw right here. So I'm gonna pop this whole thing back on there. Go ahead, put the box back on. Put the box, the seat box back on. 4 10mm screws. Pretty general for all Chinese scoops. It's going to be 4 of these guys, and it'll take the whole seat area out. And get the 10mm socket. Let's get that tight on there. Tight, there we go. Let's get this up and adjust our idle. We're pretty warmed up here. I'm gonna give it some revving and we'll get it to its true idle. Remember, I wanted a nice easy warm up because this hasn't run for 6 months or more, so nice easy warm up. Okay, now let's go ahead and turn the idle down. Chinese scooters can have a pretty high idle, but you don't want it too high, and you don't want the rear tire. The rear tire should not be moving when it's on a center stand. So that's a good idle right there. That's a good idle right there. So the idle's set. We'll go ahead and just close this for now. We're going to let it warm up. We're probably good to seal this up. That's a good idle. If it changes, I will undo this and change the idle, but we'll go ahead and seal this up, and hopefully we're done on that. And then we'll warm it up right now for the oil change for both motor oil and gear oil. And we'll be done with this scoop. And we got the body scoop to do. Running real nice right now. I love how it's running. It sounds good. I still got it hooked to my car, so we're giving it some charge. Hopefully that battery takes a charge. We'll find out. If not, we'll find out here in a second. It's gonna stay hooked to my car through the entire oil change and all that, and then at the end of that, we'll unplug it all, and if it doesn't have enough battery juice to turn over, at least for a few seconds, then we know the battery's bad. But hopefully it's good, fingers crossed. So we're warming up right now. Let's see if we can get you a better angle now. Okay. Fun Dip, good to see you in here, buddy. Let's see, let me read through your stuff here. Vento Triton. cc, any of those you can go to an 80 cc no problem, which is the dramatic increase in power. Now this baby's perfect, 1,700 miles on it, no brainer. We replaced the carburetor. The carb's only $21. We don't even mess with the old carbs. We don't even do a rebuild kit or nothing. Pop new carburetors in, that's it. If I even suspect something like this one, I just did a new one. Yeah, Chinese scoots, once you learn them, they're all the same. I literally, like, that video I just did, I could almost do blindfold. Oh, we got our idle coming up here. Let's see. See the idle kind of moving by itself again. We gotta let it all set in. So I'll hold the front brake so we don't go anywhere. There we go. Nice warm up here. Let me step this back a little bit. Yeah, you should look into that, the top end kit for your bike. They're probably pretty cheap, but you could go up to an 80 cc, but then you need a little bigger carburetor. Little bigger carburetor and the intake manifold that goes on. But those are pretty cheap, just depending on what you got. Alright, so you've got a kind of a weird idle here. The idle wanting to go up, so we might turn it down. I will finalize the idle after we do the oil change here. hold it in the scoop as I do that too, so it doesn't go anywhere. I'll probably have to turn the idle down because it's gone up by itself a little bit. So let's see what it does. Brake on it. Yeah, I'll turn it down a little bit. So go ahead. I'm gonna keep the screw out of this until the idle's final. Otherwise, I'll have to keep unscrewing. There we go. Just a little bit there. And then we'll just keep that loose until we finalize it after the oil change. Which we're ready for oil change. Alright, we're ready. I'm going to turn the bike around. We'll keep it on the... We're going to keep charging it with my car though. Turn it around because all the oil's from the other side. Let's see how we're going to do this. And then we'll do a close-up shot of the oil. So I don't know how I can do this. Oh. Oh. Let's see here. This whole here. In the front. Oh. And then I want to raise the front because the scooter's kind of downhill, so I'm going to put something under it. How much up? Okay, I'll put my battery here underneath the front tire. Now, let's go ahead and reconnect my jumper cables. So keep the charge going. Charge going on the bike, and then let's go ahead and remove some oil. It's hot right now. So 17 millimeter and oil pan and all that. So let's get that. Woo. Okay, looking for my oil pan. Oh, something fell down here. Let's get that. I'm in the apartment complex area right now. Ooh, now it's getting hot out now. Ooh. Oh man, it's hot. You guys are running out of shade here. Oh, I'm gonna break it down, bring the level down here for some. Oh, Fun Dip, yeah, I got a if you look up Mad Dog or Ice Bear is the company, Mad Dog is a scooter. It's like the Ruckus Swap. So basically it's a Chinese scooter, 7 feet long with a fat tire in the back, all low. Crazy. Just look up Ice Bear Mad Dog. That's what I have. I'm about to sell it. It's all custom. Look on my channel, bro. Subscribe to my channel, and then you'll see also You'll see my scooter on there, and I'm almost done. I'm selling that, and then I have a badass motorcycle to sell, and then I'm hitting the road in my RV, bro. All like 40 plus states. But yeah, I got a badass scooter I'm selling. I'm about a day or two of work done, and then I'm gonna take some nice pics of it, and then I'll do a shot. I'm gonna do a little ride. We're gonna ride around on it on IRL, and then sell it. And then when I have my bike done, we're gonna ride around on the motorcycle around the city, and make sure we don't crash because I have to sell it. But what do we got here? What do we got? BC, what's up, buddy? Georgia just sold a PA. All right, picked up over the weekend. Nice, buddy. Yeah, flips are nice. I'm trying to do flips. That's what I used to do, but then I got caught with so much projects and crap. So once I sell everything, when I'm traveling, I'll be in towns like 3 weeks maximum, but I'll try and do a flip. I'll look for cruisers or dirt bikes. You'll see me fix it live, and then we'll fucking flip that sucker. Shit for gas money now, you guys, man. I had to recalculate my gas costs, you guys, for my RV trip, because it's literally doubled. So we got to be doing some flipping. We got to be working on my RV trip for that gas money. Fucking let's go, Brandon. All right, I'm gonna bring the baby down here like this so you guys can see. I can't see chat too much either, too. So I have to go behind the camera, but in the future it'll be chat to text, so you guys will. I'll just hear it. Whatever you guys type, I'll hear it. But all right, let's finish this scoot up. This is the easy one. All right, so we're all warmed up. Let's get this under here. It's kind of difficult because of this thing right here is all stupid, but kind of fit that in there like that. Kind of hold it, and then we need a 17 millimeter extension. Okay. All right, 17 millimeter extension here, and just crack it. Oh, I'm gonna have to hit this thing and crack it out. Oh, Jesus. That was terrible. Okay, now it's loose. I'll pull that out like that, and then we're gonna... just don't want to spill any oil. The way they have this set up is terrible with this in the way, so... just gonna kind of make sure my oil pan stays like this. I'm gonna hold on to the bolt. There we go, and let it go. Just kind of let it sit like that. Got a little rag right here. Put this rag down. Number one most important thing on the Chinese scooter is oil change. Doing that like every 800 miles because they have no oil filters. So it just gets dirty so quick. And then, okay, and then we're going to tilt it. Be careful when you tilt the bike too. I tilt it. Get all the extra oil out here. And the oil is nice and hot, so it's gonna get all the oil out. I'll go ahead and pull off the oil fill cap on the other side. Unscrew that. Get ready to pour oil in there. We're gonna use a Chinese scooter. Uses about 9/10 of, but on the center stand on level ground, you're just gonna pour it in there until you see the oil about an inch from the end of the metal. Really easy. You're gonna fill it up. So we'll show you that on the other side. Let's go ahead and tilt it toward me again. And nice early oil change. Best thing you can do to keep your Chinese scoot going. Okay, that's probably good right there. Let's let a little extra come out. Let's get our drain bolt right here. That's about it for oil. Let's go ahead and put the bolt back in. Make sure you have your washer. Oh wait, you know what? Is this one missing its washer? Oh, it's got one on there. Let me see. It's got a washer stuck to it. Let me double check. Oh, maybe not, maybe not. Let me take a look here. Okay, so this has no washer. I believe it should have a washer. Let me see, we don't have any extra washers. I'll take a quick look to see if I got an extra washer, but it's supposed to have a washer on there. Oh, here it is. Okay, it's in the actual bucket. Couldn't even see it. It's out of sight. Here it is, right here. Little washer right there. Okay, pop that on there. How it was. Go ahead and actually gonna lean it over for one last time. Get a little bit more out. When it's down to drops like that, it's ready to go. So we go ahead. And throw that back on there. Hand tight it up. Move the pan out of the way. And do the final tight right here. There we go. Boom. Nice and snug with that washer. Perfect. And then we need to fill oil on the other side. And we're going to do about 9/10 of a quart. Okay. So I'll bring over to this. Make sure I got juice here. I'm gonna unplug my battery pack. Let's go over to the other side here. Put some oil in. So we got the drain nice and tight. Alright. Trying to work on my camera work, you guys, so you get more close up of all this stuff I'm doing instead of kind of far away. So we're pretty level. I had to raise the front tire to make, because I'm downhill, so we're simulated level. And here we go. Pop that in there. Now, a Chinese scoot, you can literally use any oil. The important thing is to change the oil every 800 miles or less. So I use really, I'm using just regular. This is regular. You could use diesel oil. It could be 1040, 1540. It doesn't matter. It really does not matter on a Chinese scoot. It could be diesel oil, car oil, motorcycle oil. Just change it. Do good on the oil changes, and that's the important thing. I'll go ahead and fill this up here. This does not pour very well. Man, it sucks. It's already spilling out a little here. Man, okay, put a little thing now. Let's look in there. Now, really, I don't have to measure. If I was gonna measure, I'd do like almost a quart, but you don't have to. You can just look in here, and once this gets about an inch from the edge here, then that's nice and full. So that's how I'm gonna do it. So let's just bring it right up to the edge. An inch, you know, bring it an inch away. Let's see. Nope. Probably this next little amount here is probably going to do it. I got a rag under here. It's kind of dirty, getting messy here. Nope. We need some more. That's got to be it though, right there. Let's tilt it. I'll tilt it toward me to see. But no, we're still a little more. Okay. I just don't want to overfill, so I have to pour it out, but let that sit for a second. Oh man, it's hot in the sun right now. I'm just gonna take a reading. Where's my plug? Where is... Where is my plug? There it is. Just so I can see where it's at right now. Okay, yeah, we need more. It seems like it's more in the quart, but it just pours kind of slow. There we go. Oh man, it's trying to spill out. That might be it right there. Maxed out. And the oil wants to come out like that. Okay. Now we're maxed out. We're about 1.5 inches from the end. That's good. So you gotta leave at least 1 inch. Right about there where the oil comes up to, and that's good. Don't even worry about marks really. This is where you can see it right there. If I want to dip, like it would hit it right there, but it's about 1.5 inches back. You can visually see it, and that's perfect. Let's go ahead and seal it up, and then we'll go back to the other side to do the gear oil. We're going to check the gear oil. We're just going to replace it. That way we have a baseline that we know. Even if it's clear, we're going to replace it so that we can record that on this certain miles that gear oil and oil is done, so they can begin their maintenance, regular maintenance on this bike, and know when to change the oil and when to change the gear oil. All right, so let's wrap that up here. Okay, so regular oil. Normally I get diesel oil because it's a good price and it's a heavier duty oil. So normally I have 15 weight 40 diesel oil that I'll add to Chinese scooters and whatnot. Things that don't have a wet clutch. If it has a wet clutch, you have to use motorcycle oil. All right, let's keep that out. Let's go ahead and over here, let's get our oil pan out of the way. Oh man, that's terrible. You gotta look in the sun here if you guys can see. Let's see here. I don't know if you can see the swirling. I don't know if you can see the metal. The metal like swirl. That's a nasty oil. Nasty. Alright, so now we're gonna do the gear oil back over to this side right here. The gear oil amount is very small that it takes. Oh man, it's hot, you guys. I'm out in the sun right now. Oh. Out here. It's get our oil pan. It's right in the oil pan. That's real nasty though, you guys can totally see all the metal filaments causing that mother of pearl. That's nasty oil. Dang, it's a lot of metal in there. Alright, it's a good thing we got to it and doing the oil change. That's my favorite thing to do. Alright, so gear oil is one little bolt to fill and one bolt to drain. So we're gonna go hit the. Let's look at the fill bolt here. We kind of, it's gonna be right here to the side. Hopefully you guys can see that here. It's right here to the side, right there. It's pretty identifiable. Let's get something under it in case oil comes out. Now the gear oil, they always take 4 ounces. Now 4 ounces is not a lot. That would be 1/3 of a Coca-Cola can. I put in 6 ounces. I put extra gear oil when I do my stuff. So if you unplug this on mine, the gear oil will come out. Okay, nothing came out. So we got the fill bolt out. Let's go ahead and get the drain bolt out. Same thing, 10 millimeter. It's underneath right here, right next to the brake. I'm gonna go ahead and crack it free, and then by hand I'm gonna loosen it up. Where is it? There we go. Right here. So by hand I'll loosen it up and let it rip. But it's only gonna be a little bit coming out. We'll see what it looks like though. It may never been changed yet. Oh, not too bad, not too bad. Someone has changed it. Still good to be changed though, and we'll have a nice baseline now at 17 or 1800 miles for this guy. We'll just call it 2000, and then he'll remember to do stuff from that point on. But gear oil won't need to be changed for probably 3000 miles, but the motor oil will be changed every 800. So 4 times the oil is going to get changed to every 1 time the gear oil is changed. So let's go ahead and get the rest of that out. It's coming out. I'll tilt it a little bit, but don't need too much tilting, but somewhat to help. I'll get extra gear oil out from tilting it. Tilt it forward toward me. Actually quite a bit on the gear oil. You can get it extra out and bring it back to center, let it sit. I gotta get my hat. It's so hot out now, guys. I might have to move the space for the second scooter, you guys, because I'm all in the sun now. Not cool. Okay, it's tilted again, so we're pretty empty there. No more oil coming out, so we'll go ahead and now we put the drain one. The drain one is different. The drain one, don't mix them up. Usually the drain one, this is nice, has a little magnet on it, so so it attracts metal, so you wipe that off or whatnot. But you want your drain one to have the metal on it. Don't put the other one in there. Sometimes they're the same. You see, the drain one has the magnet on there to attract any metal and keep it out away from the motor. So the drain one, just pop that on there. It's nice that it has that. They usually don't. So we'll pop that right back on there by hand. Make sure it has its washer too as well. Kind of slippery with all the oil everywhere. It's hard to. Okay. Hand tight. Now let's tighten that up. Get under here, make sure here. Okay, nice and snug. Nice and snug tight. Nice and tight. Don't strip it, but nice and tight though. Okay, now we're left with this right here. I'm taking the battery off the front tire because I have to tilt the bike right now. So let's go ahead and get some gear oil out. So I got my gear oil, 80 weight 90. So it's pretty, thick. It's gear oil. So it just doesn't matter if it's cheap or whatnot. Just 80, 90 weight gear oil. And it's got the little end here because we need to squeeze it into the side of the motor now. This is kind of tricky. If you want to just do the amount they call for, then you're going to squeeze oil in until it starts coming out. But I like to so I'm going to tilt the bike. So I have a method I do here. So I'm going to tilt the bike and I'm going to hold it with my leg while I'm filling this up. And now on the side of here, you have measurements here. Now we're at 12 right here, 12 ounces. We're going to put 6 in, so I'm going to pour it till we're at 6 ounces. I'm putting 6 ounces of oil in here. Let's go ahead and tilt it. All right, get it secure so we don't fall over. I'm holding with my leg. Okay, I'm on one arm. So one leg and one arm holding this, and go ahead and squeeze 6 ounces in here at an angle. And that's how we do it. It's going to take a second to wait and see and take a look here. All right, that was only about a fourth. Kind of hard to squeeze too. Okay. Check again. If it starts pouring out at this angle too, then that's enough. But we're gonna do 6 ounces. Okay, we're at 8. Now we need to do 2 more. And it may start coming out a little bit at this angle, and that's okay. I put extra gear oil in. I put 6 ounces instead of 4, and all my bikes love it. They love that. All right, a little bit more here. Okay, that's probably good. Oh yeah, I got 6 ounces in. Let's go ahead and put the screw on. And then bring the bike down here. Ugh. And then let's get that tight. Now we got new gear oil in there. Perfect. Nice and tight. Make sure it has its washer on there. Nice little wipe here. And then we'll just warm it up with the new stuff. Warm it up with the new oils, and this bike is done. And then we have the second bike scooter we're doing, the Buddy, which we need to finish. We need to do the rebuild kit on the carburetor, and then warm it up, do oil change on that, and do the front brake caliper. Man, we got a lot of work to do here. We'll see here. We may do a part 2 just because it's so much today right now. It's real hot out. We might come back tomorrow for the other. Okay. Now we got that done. Let me go ahead and bring this thing back up here. See what we got in chat real quick, and then we'll fire up this bike and get it warmed up. Juan Paco, what up? We're one. We are one. Scooter gang. Scooter gang. Fun dip. An oil screen. It does a separate big plug underneath the motor used as an oil screen, but honestly they never get clogged or anything, so it doesn't really screen anything. Fun dip. Okay. BC, have a good time at work. All right. Let's see here. Here we go. Yeah, that Fun Dip, that oil, the Chinese oil is terrible. I usually let a customer like go 100 miles on it, and so it kind of cleans up stuff, and then we put in the good oil. But yeah, everything Chinese is crap. All right, we got our jumper cable still plugged up. Let's go ahead and fire her up. Let's turn the bike on. Uh-oh, so we're not connected good. It's not getting... Somehow it's not connected. How can that be? Okay, it's jumped from my car here. Hold on, plug my phone back in. Alright, let's check our cables here. We should have mark, okay. Something weird, it's just not connecting good to this stupid battery. This battery's been a real pain. And it should connect. I mean, this is biting real hard on the metal here. So, let's see. Alright. Something's up. Huh. Try. It's like it's not even getting a charge from the cables at all. There you go. There you go. It's gonna need a new battery. It's gonna need a new battery. So it was connected the whole time and all this stuff, and it doesn't even have enough to turn the bike over for a second. So we'll tell the customer it needs new battery on that. So I'll need to come back. So we'll do some work on the other scooter, but we know we got to come back for part 2. We'll check the scooter. We'll check the battery on the other scooter, so that I can come back and finish everything at once. But we'll see what we got here. Let's warm it up. Whew. Hot day, you guys. Hot day. Appreciate you guys coming in. Just making some money. Making some money. So I can freaking get leaving on my RV trip here. My scooter's almost done, so selling that, once my scooter sells, I get about $2,500 for that. Then fix my motorcycle. It needs about $500 for the fairings, but then pretty fast after that. I'm finishing the work on the gas tank on my RV, and once I'm finished with that, then the RV's ready to drive wherever. It runs so good. And I have heat in the RV, that's it. So I'm not even going to finish the other interior stuff. I'm just going to hit the road, and we're going to head to St. Louis and visit my nephew, looks like. But yeah, we're making progress, but wish it was faster, like always. But that's how projects go. But we got to get our money, man. Got to get our money to leave, get out of here. So good money. Revving that up. We got good oil in there now. That oil was terrible, you guys. Okay. Might turn the idle up a little bit on that. We'll see how it, once it's warmed up, then we'll do the final idle for this. So I'm not worrying about it until it's warmed up. I'm gonna warm up all the new oil. I like the auto weight there. It sounds good. It's a good idle. And we know we need new battery. So we're about a second away. Oh. We need to hook up our battery tender too as well. But we don't need to because we're putting a new battery in. But when we do, we'll still go on the battery. And then when you come in the garage, you have a charger. It just plugs right in right there. Plug it in, boom. You charge it in your garage or wherever. So that's what this is for. It's for a battery tender, which is a nice slow charger. You want like an amp or less really for slow charge. Do not use a car charger on a scooter or motorcycle. It's too much amps for the battery. Slow charge is always a better charge. Always. Nice and slow charge. So we're good on this pipe. Warm it up here. Idle's good. Okay. We're done with this bike. Now we'll take the cables off here. I want to verify that the battery's still dead, and we know it is. Let's see here. Yeah, it has nothing, so turn it off. We're gonna leave this like this. But we know we need to get the battery out. So let's go ahead and pull the battery out right now, and so we can match it up exactly. So we get our 10 mil. All battery stuff's 10 mil. Watch out for the battery nuts and stuff that come out. If you need those, don't lose them because they fall out. So alright, we got the screw here. A bolt, second bolt, and pull this battery out. And you see the battery nut right there and right here. They'll fall out pretty easy, so sometimes you don't get new ones. Sometimes you don't get new ones with the new batteries, so just keep track of them. This one won't come out. This one's kind of stuck in there, so right. There it is. All right, so we'll replace this battery, and it doesn't even say a number on this, so LTZ 10-4. We'll figure out and we'll measure the size of this. I believe this is a 7, I'm not sure, but we'll see. Okay, battery out. Put the nuts and stuff back in the tray here. Actually, wait, no, there's a hole down there, so no, we won't. We want to put these somewhere where a customer can have them later, so. I had a Ziploc baggie or something. Let me see what I got. Baggies. I'll just wrap it up in some paper towel here. So wrap them up in paper towel. Pop that in there like that. And then we got the cover for it. I'm taking the battery with me. And we got the cover right here. It's going to put all the junk back in there like that. The cover screws are inside there, so we don't need that yet. That battery's pretty terrible though. It is dead. Okay, so the scoot is done. And we gotta remake our space. So I'm gonna move this scoot, and then I guess we're gonna work on the buddy a little bit here. I don't know if we're gonna finish the buddy today. We'll see. It's so much stuff to do. This is kind of taking longer than expected, but that's how it goes. Hell yeah, Nuke, we're going. I gotta figure out my nephew, if he's gonna be on the trip with me or not. And then I'm trying to do the 1,000 trails, which gives me places to stay for one period of time, 1 year of time. So I might have to do, because of the gas costs, I might have to do my all 50 states. I might have to do half of the United States because of the gas, and then do the other half, or probably. But that's what I'm figuring out right now, because when I planned my trip, the gas was going to be like regular was going to be $2.75 or $2.50 for regular, and now it's fucking $5. So right now I'm looking like, if I want to go 13,000 miles in a year, it's looking like the gas cost at $550 a month, almost $600 a month in gas, which I don't know if, so probably might do my trip, I'll half my trip in half, so I don't have to cover all those miles. So we'll just go like 6,000 miles. That way I don't have so much pressure everywhere I stop to, like, I have to go out and get work, and I have food and all that too as well. So gotta reduce my costs so I don't have to work so much on my vacation here. But we're about to leave. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right, let's get this scoot out of the way. I need to move my car. Here, let's move my car first. I need to make a shading. Now we're on the sun. Okay. Alright, let's move my car here, and then we'll bust out this other scooter, baby. Let's go. Okay, let's kind of reset up here real quick. Got to move my blanket into more shade here. I'm gonna visit you and Eddie. I know Eddie's out in Oklahoma. I gotta talk to my nephew on the phone because the summer prices haven't even hit yet. So I'll talk to my nephew. If I start going out east, then I'll be to see my nephew and I'll see the East Coast and I'll see all you guys, which will probably be my first half. I'll do the Eastern United States for all 1 year, and that'll take the gas pressure off of me. That'll put my gas in half. And that'll be affordable. So that's probably what we're gonna do. Do a complete all East Coast and all the Eastern United States. I'm excited. I haven't seen any of that. And then that means next year I'll be hitting New Orleans next year in late February. So should be good, man. So probably start the 1 year adventure in less than 2 months. But things are going good. Things are getting fixed. Making it happen here. All right. Let me. All right, this bike is done. Running so good, man. This bike is so nice. Just needs that battery, and it's brand new now. With the new carburetor, brand new, and with the oils all nice. Shoot, it's running like it's brand new. It only has 1,700 miles on it. Very nice. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna move this a little bit away from here. Okay, take this battery in with me. Shake out, make sure you don't have any parts, and shake this out real quick. Let's go ahead and move this back into the shade. I'm actually going to have to move my car forward more even. Let's see. Now I'm in a residential area, kind of like apartment area. I'll show you around real quick. So I'm nestled in this little nook right back here. Pretty nice area where I won't have to get bugged. I don't have to take any spot. Look at all my area here. Whew. I'm all set up here. But pretty nice day out here. Big old complex. We're out in Encinitas. So we got some of the beach air, but still hot out. In the sun, it feels like 80. All right, so let's get set up right here. All right, let's get the other scoot over here. Tools. This is a 2008 Buddy 125. Oh, come on, babe. There we go. buddy, 125. And we got our old parts in here. Get a rag down here and get organized. Get that organized like that. We'll actually cut it in half. That. Let's get our stuff out. Our bowl in pieces. Get our pieces out. Nasty. So it gets zipped up. And we got our carb in here. Pretty dark in here. I can barely see in here. Spray. Carb out right here. Might move you guys over here. Let's see. And spray out. Pull real quick. Start letting it soak a little bit. Have all the replacement parts. This had no real rebuild kit, so I found all the parts on microfiche that we needed, and I got them all one by one. I'm gonna bring you guys closer in here. Let's see. Hopefully the levels adjust here. There we go. Let's get you guys right in here. There we go. Battery pack on. Let's go. Here we go. Okay. Let's get another rag. Gonna get a white t-shirt here. I love white t-shirts. They're the best rags ever. Especially you can see everything, you know. So go ahead and just put it in half like that. And let's put it down here on the ground. You may not need it. We'll see. Just want to get my new stuff out and see what we got here. So here's our old stuff here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And we need to pull out our air fuel mixture screw. I'm going to put something underneath the back tire so that the scooter doesn't keep wobbling. Let's put that old piece of crap carburetor underneath the tire here. There we go. Flat. We've got a couple flat screws here. Let's check out our new parts that we got here. About 5 things that we got. Okay. All right. Pretty complicated float bowl there. And we got our bellows right here. It's called a bellow. Like an accordion. That's for this little piece right here. Right there. We'll throw that away. It's the old one. It's nasty. A new beautiful one. Keep our new stuff right here out of the way. And we got this little die, little tiny. This is for the air fuel mixture screw. I'm about to pull that out right now. And then here's the float needle. Whoops. Float needle, brand new. So let's go ahead and pull the old one out. We do need the clip that's on it. So let's pull the clip off of that. And take the old needle and get it out of the way. I like to get the old stuff out of the way so I don't get confused. Okay, and then just a little vent in there. We're missing that, but there we go. We don't need any jets. We're going to clean those up. That's part of the old. Let's get the old gasket out of there. Get our old stuff out of the way. We're going to reuse all this. I'm going to clean this. And we also need to grab our air fuel mixture screw out of the carb here. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and take that out. I need to have going to be some small pieces coming out here, so we want to not lose that. So here it is right here. There's going to be a spring and a flat washer and a rubber O-ring that all have to come out of that. There's that one. Okay, there's the spring. The flat washer is not coming out yet. It's a little tiny flat washer. So we need to get something to poke at that. So I'll get the red straw here. And I'll just try and get that loose to come out. Nope, not yet. Okay. It's not coming out. I may have to go in there with a hook. I'll try a little mini flathead. I may have to try and go in there with a hook, which I'll make a little hook out of a guitar string and go in there and hook the piece, but it's small. It's super small. Let's try this flathead and see. There it goes. I knocked it loose. Knocked it loose along with the little rubber washer that's with it. Let's go ahead and take all these pieces out and put them down here. So there we go, and I got the little rubber washers kind of stuck to that. Let's get that off of the washer. There we go. So there's our washer, the O-ring. Let's get it out of the area immediately. It's the old one. And there's our little piece. There's that little washer. That's that little guy. If you lose that, you're screwed. So there's that. And that'll be for our air fuel mixture screw. Okay, alright, we got all our pieces good. Now let's go ahead and spray and clean this carb out here. So I'm going to spray in the canal of that screw. And then I'm just going to spray in the bowl here. Now I'm going to get a little scrub brush. Clean that up. Okay, so this is just a little plastic scrubby, so just plastic, so we're just gonna scrub that. So go ahead and get some spray in there, and then I'll spray the end of this too. And then let's go ahead and get scrubbing. Scrub in there everywhere we can. Just kind of scrub that up, and the surface here too. Okay, good. We'll get our spray sideways. We're gonna put the carb sideways so it empties out, and just kind of watch your eyes. And then we're spraying the holes here, the main jet and the idle jet hole. All those holes, and then the slide here. Hit the slide like that. I'm going to move the slide like that, cleaning that. One more time in there. Okay, down. Now we're good for rebuild. Let's go ahead and set the carb up. Position it. Sometimes I use a bungee cord, but we're set like that. Okay, and we're ready to assemble. Whew, got a lot of carb stuff in my glove right now. That spray goes through the gloves, and sometimes it goes inside, so it'll be burning. So probably, I'm gonna do a glove change, you guys, since I'm already on the second bike. So we're taking a 5 here. Smoke them if you got them. Glove break, smoke break, and then we're gonna come back. We're gonna scrub this bowl, and we're gonna start putting all our pieces back in and make this a beautiful. At least $260, where our parts that we just got, less than 30 bucks. So that's how we do that, and then we'll get it fired up, warmed up, and then we will do the oil change. And then on this bike, the front brake is stuck, so we're gonna have to replace the front caliper. But we might do that on part 2 when we come back to do the battery for the other scooter. So we'll see how much I can tolerate. I didn't really have breakfast, you guys, and so we'll see how much more I want to go without eating here. But let's go. We'll take in the 5. Smoke them if you got them. Let's see here, kind of get a better angle here. Who we got? I think we got Nuke in the chat. We're coming up on 2 hours. Oh, man. Nice day today in San Diego. Beautiful, sunny. Oh. Ready to hit the road. Doo-doo-doo. Smoke them if you got them. Nuke, are you still there? Did you see me blow up? I guess blow up Tommy's chat the other night. I had to spam it because frickin' Sunny IRL was doing a strip club. I've never seen anyone go IRL in strip club. Any actual strippers right there, you know. So I was like, shit, yeah, dude. I promoted that for free. As a strip club DJ, I promoted that, so I spammed the hell out of Tommy's chat. I brought Sonny's people from like 70 in the chat up to like 150, so I doubled his chat. It was pretty fun. And even JJ was in chat too. JJ was trying to talk shit. I'm like, I'm like, shit, bitch, Sonny's making history. And JJ's like, not tonight. I'm like, shit, bitch, we were clapping cheeks like fucking 15 minutes ago. Where were you? Like, literally, he had close up in the strip club, like, POV point of view. And I didn't know how I was pulling that off on YouTube, you know? I was like, let's go. Let's see how you can pull this off. But, yeah, JJ was just jealous. JJ was jealous. Old Sonny was in the strip club. His buddy was throwing mad ones, so his buddy threw out like $600 of ones. People were still talking smack. I'm like, are you kidding me? He's the only one tipping in the strip club. The other guys aren't even tipping, and that guy's throwing out like 600 ones, and you still have people hating. At home, never been to a strip club before, you know what I mean? Talking smack. But it's funny, man. Fuck Tommy, though, dude. That whole family's animal abusers, man. That pisses me off. I'm not cool with that, dude. Not cool with that. Those cages, man. I'm not cool with animals in cages. Fuck Tommy. Not cool with that, dude. I actually can't watch it. I don't even want to watch Tommy because it makes me so mad, bro. I don't. It'll trigger me. But I swear, man, I'll smack Tommy up when I see him. As long as I don't get arrested, no assault, then I'll. But you know, he'll call the cops. So, but Tommy needs to be put in a cage. Okay, got some Deadhead OG. It was really cheap too. It was $50 for a quarter, but it was man, it's really strong. So let's go, buddy. Where's my water at? Ooh, man, it's hot out here. And then it looked like Chicken was saying the RV was scrapped, but they're lying about that. They still got the RV. Those freaking hoodlums. I DM'd Mondo too to see if he wants to do some content in the future, wholesome RV travel. He wants to travel the whole United States, and so do I. So I hit him up to see if he'd be interested in doing that. We'll see what's going on. We just got to get all this shit done. What's up, googly eyes? Whoop whoop! I'm on a little break right here. We're taking the 5. Smoke them if you got them. We're just chatting amongst ourselves. Fixing the scoop. Fixing scooter number 2. We are working on the 2008 Buddy 125 made by Stella or Genuine. So it's the Buddy 125 2008. Doing the carb clean. We got the carb rebuild kit. Over here we got some parts. Let me get you over here. So we got some new parts we're putting in. Rebuild stuff. The rebuild stuff was only $30 because the whole carburetor is $260, so that's not affordable. So we got parts to rebuild it, and then we're gonna do oil change, and then the front brake caliper because it's stuck. But we just did another scooter over here. I'll show you this. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. We just did that scooter right there. And did the oil change and the gear oil, motor oil, gear oil. Put a whole new carburetor on that. So we just did 2 hours on that scoot, and now we're on this scoot right here, the Buddy 125. And that other scoot needs a battery, so I got to come back no matter what. So we'll see. We'll see how much I do today. I might leave the front brake stuff and then come back and do the front brake and put the battery in the other and finish up. So I didn't have any breakfast today. So it's like I wasn't trying to do a marathon. I'm gonna move the camera down even a little more here. Let's see, there we go. I'm trying to do better close-up camera work here. Here we go. There's not much light in here. Okay, all right. Well, we're still on break. We got a couple minutes. Here. I will continue to smoke. Good to see you, Googly. RV7 was dead, but looks like Chicken was lying. They're saying that they turned the RV into for a scrapyard because of black mold, but looks like they still have the RV. So they're fooling everyone, continuing on. So we'll see, but I've been watching stuff every day, pretty fun. I always watching Ski Mask. I didn't get to say hi yesterday. Sometimes I watch from my bed and I just have my mouse. So sometimes I'm watching chat and stuff and I only have my mouse and I'm laying in bed, so I'm not able to like chat. But I'm always watching stuff, you know that. Watching everybody. Oh, a super nice day. Hope you guys got a nice day out there. It's been real nice weather. Pretty much the summer started now. Got my skull pipe smoking right here. You know this. Yeah, I've been trying to hang out with Cappy, just waiting to see if he wants to do something. Cappy on a little vacation, and I guess he's probably waiting to see if Goo was really going to go back or not. But I believe Goo is back. So Cushman said he took her to the airport. So as far as I know, Goo's out, and so Cappy's probably going to finish up his break and then start figuring out some content. Let's see here. All right. Let's finish this up. Okay. So let's go. I'm going to scrub this out real quick. Let's get a different little rag here. I don't want to spray and get dirty my stuff, so I'll put the rag right here, and I'm just going to clean it right here. Watch out for your eyes. Now this won't fully clean because the aluminum has been oxidized and stained, so just going to make sure the surface is all nice and clean, and that's all you need to do. Scrubbing all the stuff here. If I want to use another one, I could. I'm going to take a look after here and see if I want to use a metal scrubby or not, if it needs it or not. So I'll check it out after And then we're going to do the edge here too as well. Probably going to bring a metal one out. The little gutter here is kind of dirty, so we'll bring our metal scrubby out. Bring our metal scrubby out so we need to really scrape that. So we have a choice here. Metal, so we have brass, which is stronger of course than this plastic, and then stronger than that is the stainless. So that's soft, medium, and hard scraping. We're gonna get our metal or our steel scraper brush, and let's go ahead and scrub all the channels where the gasket goes in and scrub this out. Whoa, almost got my eyes. Okay. Now let's get these channels all cleaned up here. All the way around here. You really want those channels clean. That's where the gasket goes. Can't have debris or anything in there. Kind of dirty in there. It's kind of a pain in the butt. This one, but okay. Alright, I'm gonna scrape on the inside here. It's gonna be nice and clean. Alright, it's probably good. Spray our brush off. Get our piece out here. Spray that little jet. I'm going to take that little jet out. A little tiny jet, just so we can make sure that's clean in there. This has to be functioning. This is part of the accelerator diaphragm. Oh, I need a little bigger flathead. A little stronger. You don't want to strip it. I could just run a guitar string down that, but I want to pull it out. Okay, should be no problem. Really be careful. Do not. I'll strip that. This little tiny guy. And I'm just going to spray in there and clean it. Little tiny jet. So you want to make sure that, oh yeah, we have a little bit of stuff in there. And there's a little hole that it feeds right there, so we want to make sure stuff goes through that. And spray into that hole. Well, I might have to run a guitar string in that. Huh, it's not feeding. Let's see here. Should be something coming out of this hole right here. Should be breathing. I'm going to get my guitar string out. Make sure that stuff's clear in there. Ugh, let's go sit down now. I'm just going to run my guitar string in there a little bit. I think we might have some debris. There we go. So I cleared it out. Now see how that little hole right there is going to have a stream coming out? See that? That's what we wanted. It wasn't doing that. It was clogged. So I had to physically take a guitar string to make that work. So, we have a ball bearing here too. I gotta put the ball bearing back in there. Man, I almost didn't see that. It's a ball bearing inside that hole right there, underneath this screw. Man, I almost lost that. And spray all that out. Oh, and a spring. Ball bearing and the spring. Ooh. Put that in there, and then put the ball bearing in there. There it goes, and then go ahead and screw this little guy back on there. So there's a very tiny spring. Pop that in there, and then a ball bearing on top of that, and then this. That's I almost lost that stuff, you guys. Usually it's just a jet and nothing else. Usually there aren't little other parts. So luckily I saw that, you guys, and had my pieces out. I could see those parts, but I was not expecting those parts. Okay, so let's go ahead and spray that off. Make sure it's still spraying out that. Yep, it is good. We're good to go. And that's going to spray out too right here. Just kind of like, I'll show you. Every time you twist the throttle, it gives it a little extra fuel. And it sprays it from there like that. Okay. Okay, you guys. That was kind of sketch. Now let's get our new pieces back here. And let's get this. Okay, all we need this part. We need the bellows right here. The new rubber bellow, and I'm probably gonna spray a little spray lube on that so that it moves. Drop right there so it moves on there. There we go. Now it moves perfect on there. And let's put a gasket in there. Let's see how we're going this way. Okay, this way. Pretty complicated gasket, fitting nice and perfect. From factory. And then let's go ahead and rebuild our air fuel mixture screw right here. We got a spring, and then we have the flat washer, right? And then we have the rubber O-ring on top of that. And then put that on there. And remember, we're gonna move the carburetor so that we don't have to tip this upside down, and so we lose something. Can't lose any of those pieces, so we want to screw it in there when it's with an angle up so that we don't lose any parts. So, okay, ready to go. Let's put the clip. I need to tighten this back up. I need to tighten this clip a little bit here. Squeeze it close a little bit, and then we're going to pop it on here. The little clip goes on this float needle. You're going to transfer that, so there we go. I tightened it up so it's tighter on there, but so it moves. Still it moves around. That's going to clip onto the float right here. So we can put that on. Let's take that piece out there. And we're going to clip that on there like that. So that's how that's going to go. So now we're ready. We need to clean these jets right here though. So let's move our new stuff out of the way. And let's clean our little jets in this area right here. Get our scrub brush right here, and we got our guitar string. Scrape like that. Just do the outer surface like that, and then we're gonna do the main jet tube right here. Whoops. Main jet tube. Just kind of scrape that like that. I'm turning it as we do that, and you'll see the polish. It'll polish back up too. Okay, I'm gonna spray inside this tube. You can close off one end and make it spray out all the tiny holes. So see all the tiny holes. Like this. That, and we want to make sure all those holes are clear. So hold it up to the light and make sure none of those tiny holes are clogged. If they are, then get out my guitar string and clear it. So this is good. Put that to our clean area. This is the main jet. These never get clogged, but we're gonna go ahead and run the guitar string in it just to clear out the walls, just to make sure no gunks in the main jet area, and spray that. But that'll never get clogged up, but make sure that's good. And now our idle jet. The whole reason that the bike stops running is the idle jet gets clogged, and it's a hole the size of this guitar string, so it doesn't take much. The gas will just seal up finally. So we're gonna spray in here, and we're gonna run the guitar string through the idle jet, and upside down here, and I'm not. Oh, it's kind of stuck on there. I'm trying to run my guitar string through there, but it doesn't want to. It's got a bend here. It doesn't like too much. Let's see here. Oh, that's fine. I'm gonna put a little bit of bends in there. Spray that, and then blow out the jet, and then hold it up to the light to make sure that the hole's clear. Okay, that one's not. It's pretty fussy, so let's run it. Just poke it real quick. Okay. It's clear. I want to run it a little bit more though. Sometimes it just has fluid in there. So you want to make sure all that's got to be clear. All that's got to be clear. Don't do anything to the idle jet. Okay, it's clear now. Now we're ready to reassemble our carburetor. And this is all clear. We haven't done anything in here, so we know this is all, like our clean area. So let's start with the main jet tube, and we'll put our main jet on our main jet tube. Screw it in. And the main jet tube, we're going to use pliers to tighten it, and then we're going to tighten the main jet with the flathead. So just pop that on there, screw it in by hand, and I'm going to get flat pliers. Flat plier that and turn it. Try not to don't strip it, just nice and tight. Okay, perfect. And then flathead to tighten that jet. It's pretty dark. I can barely see in here, you guys. Let's see if I can use my light here. There we go. I don't know if I can get that to stay. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Okay. So tighten the jet. Okay, so you know the tube and the jet's done. Let's get our idle screw in there, right here. Screw that by hand. And then tighten it with the flathead. Nice and tight. Okay. Now we're going to put on our float with the float needle. Remember, we attached it. So we get the float needle into the hole there. And then down, okay. And then get the little bar that goes in there like that. Man, the light's really good on there now, guys. Shoot. And this bar should fit in there. Let's see, we're missing something here. Something's not right. There we go. And then there's a screw that goes over that holds that on there. So here's the screw. And it's going to hold that bar down, which is going to hold the float on. So we'll make sure the float's good. We make sure the needle's on there. And let's go ahead and tighten up. Tighten that screw. Okay. Float's not going anywhere. Float's working. We'll make sure the float height is good. In a second. Okay. So we got our jets and we got everything in there. We need to put the air-fuel mixture screw in there. So here we go. We have it assembled. We'll keep it in an up position and go ahead and pop that in. Hold that, then we point it down and tighten that all the way. So that's our air-fuel mixture screw. We're tightening that all the way down, and then we're going to come out a certain amount. So we'll switch flatheads here, mini flatheads, so we can get in there. So tighten it all the way down, and then probably 2 turns out. So 1/2, 1/2, 2 turns out. I may do 2.5. 2.5 turns out. No, 2 turns. I'm gonna do 2 turns out. That can be adjusted later. It's kind of a pain, but 2 turns out. Okay. We're missing something in there. I forgot. So we have this piece right here that's for the main jet, jet needle. So we need to pull our tube off here real quick, because we have this piece we need to put in there. Okay, and it goes, let's see, it goes this way, and I think, yeah, there it goes. Goes down into that. Okay. And make sure that that's done the right direction, and it was. You could put that in the wrong way. Okay, nice and tight. Spray off here, the spray clean. Let that dry for a second. Now we're gonna put the bowl on. The fully functioning new bowl here with the bellows and all that working perfect. Now it was clogged. If that was not fixed, then it would not accelerate good. So we got all everything good. Just kind of blow that dry there, and then it's try and not. And the same thing with this. You don't want to turn it upside down. So you want to keep it right. So figure out where we're going here. We're going like this. Okay. So I kind of put the carb upside down. Oh yeah, we need to measure our float here. Let me take a look here. I'm gonna take a look at the float needle. I can see it from here. And I'm just looking at the distance. Okay, that's good. Float needle good. All right, let's get this upside down. Mostly upside down, and then bring the bowl up to it like that, making sure the gasket stays on. Uh-oh, see, the whole gasket came off. What the heck? Like that. Put our gasket back in. That has to stay. It really has to stay behaved. So let's bring it up like this. Perfect. And then hold it on there. Make sure nothing goes anywhere. Get our screws. Oh, that's kind of tough. 3 screws, and we'll get all those snug, and then final tight. Just snug there. Snug there, and then this last one can be final tight, and then we'll tighten the others. Okay, final tight, and then there we go, final tight this one. And this one. And then we'll just double check to make sure these are tight. Okay, and then that's ready to go. Carb's ready to go. Pop it back, and then we remove this. Get this out of here. And then we also need to get the jumbo flathead again to move our air filter tube out of the way. So do like that, and that gets out of the way. And then we're gonna get ready to put the carb on. We need to do some spray lube. Uh-oh. Hold on here. Okay, so now I'm going to spray this up and then kind of move everything. Whoa. Spray inside here. All the rubber. Kind of messy here, but okay. Get room over here. Alright, now let's pop that carburetor on there. All the way, pop it into the slot right there. It fits into a groove. And we have stuff to connect still. We gotta do the fuel line here, and we have an air line here. Shoot, the air line does not have. It's not reaching that very well. Okay, there we go. So move that to the top. Okay, let's put the gas line on. Gas line and a clamp. The gas line's not really snug tight on there. Let's see, oh, that might be the fuel line. Okay. Oh, okay, I see, alright. This is the gas right here. Make sure it's coming in. Okay, that's right. The gas line I have plugged because it's going to start pouring gas out immediately. So let's unplug it and pop it onto the... I thought that was, but let's unscrew this, hold it. I'm just going to pop it so it should be some gas. That was underneath, so I'm going to put it back underneath there. It was running underneath this. Go back to there and then plug that in. Clean that up. And then get the slanted needle nose in there. It's kind of tough to get in there. And put that clamp back on there. Okay. All right. And this goes to some air there. What's that go to? Oh yeah, that's a little piece. Trying to get some good light in here, but can't. Can't get that to stay really well. There we go. Okay, so we need the drain. Got that, and we have the drain out. That's the wire. Where's the drain? Second here. Tighten down. Let's get this clamp on here. For the intake boot, let's get the carburetor stop moving around. This jazz version of the door is nice. Break on through to the other side. Jazz version. Don't you run. Try to hide. Alright, we have more new pieces. Where'd they go? I'm missing a new piece. Where did it go? Where did it go? Okay, I'm missing a little rubber piece. There it is. Okay. So this little angle piece just goes right here. It's not necessary, but it's good to have. So it goes, pops on this little air inlet right here on the side. There it goes. And now we're ready for the end. Let's go ahead and take that out. Let's go ahead and put our oh shoot, that cable's really in the way. Let's go ahead and pop our air filter on there. Shimmy it like that. There we go. Oh, nice. I think it's tight. Okay, now do our Phillips to tighten it up. Oh, jeez. Alright, let's tighten that on there. Make sure it's not in the way of anything. And the boot, it is on there good, so I don't have to push the boot on there. There we go, super tight, and let's get this plug back in here. This little plug guy. Oh. There it goes. Oh man, there we go. There we go. Okay. Now twist the throttle, make sure that it looks like we don't have enough slack. Now we're maxed out. Let's see here. Alright, let's take a look. Whoops, almost. Okay, we need more slack for the throttle, so I'm going to just do it on the actual carburetor. Instead of the micro adjuster, we'll just do it on the carburetor. I need a 12 millimeter. Where is my 12 millimeter? I'm stopping more than I should here too over there. Put my guitar string away. That always seems to get lost because you can't see it. Alright, 12 millimeter, just grab one here. I don't know where my land is. So it's loosened up right here. And we're just going to give this more slack. So loosen this up right here. And then push it down. And then tighten up this other nut here. And then just take a look here and make sure we've got some slack. We've got a good amount of slack there. And just gonna tighten it. There we go. That took a second. And we're done. Oh, let's move the angle of this. This needs to be a down angle like that when it's tightened. So it doesn't hit things. 12 millimeter. Let's go ahead and finish the tightening on that. Okay. And I moved the move the throttle, and so we have slack. If you can see, the has a little bit of slack movement like that. I don't know if you guys can see that, but a little bit. That's all we need. Just as long as it's not pulling it open. A little bit of slack, and then it opens. Perfect. So we're good to go on our rebuild. We're just about ready to fire up here. Let's kind of see. I can't really see much, so let's see if we missed anything. Everything else looks good. Cable's good. Okay. Everything else is good. Clean my hands off here a little bit. Check here, go check on the chat. And then we'll we'll fire this baby up and get her warmed up and do the oil change, and then we'll probably call it a day. And we'll come back and do the front brake caliper, and we'll put the battery in the other scooter. And we got to make sure the battery is good for this scooter as well. Make sure that battery's good. Let's go ahead and put some of our stuff away that we don't need. Tubes and whatnot, things. Check here. So let's go ahead and back it up here a little bit. Boom. There we go. Yeah, Googly, we had 1 day of rain here. I had to go cover my RV and whatnot with plastic in it, make sure it was fine, because I'm not done with the roof, but we're pretty much all sun now, so it's looking good. All right. Now, get ready to fire this up. Hopefully it runs good. Let's move that. Trash and whatnot out of the way. Trash pile here. And the body, this scooter uses a Vespa filter, oil filter, so pretty cool. So customer already got the stuff, so we got the really good oil made by the same company. Genuine makes this scooter, so got their oil, synthetic, and a little tiny cool filter, which is a Vespa filter used on Vespas. So that's why the Buddy's such a good scooter, because it's made really well and it uses a Vespa oil filter. So the Buddy is really Vespa quality for maybe like half price. But Buddy's a great scooter if you're looking for a scooter that's not too expensive and you don't want to pay for a Vespa, then the Buddy's your scooter. The Buddy 125, and they also have a 150, and they have a Buddy 175, I believe, too. So these are great little scoots. They'll go thousands of miles. If you do the oil change, they'll go thousands of miles, should go 50,000 miles. This scooter has 6,500 miles on it. It's gonna go forever if they take care of it. I mean, so far though, you know, most people don't really take care of their stuff the way it should be. So that's a great little scoot. Great little scoot. I'll start it up right now for you. We'll start it up, and I'll be taking a little smoke break. Uh-oh. You got dead battery on this too. Oh no, okay. Horn is stuck. The horn has to be adjusted because it's closed up because of the weather here. We're at the beach. We're at Encinitas. All right, let's go ahead. I'm kind of scared. I'm always scared to start sometimes, you guys.
Broadcast service of City College in the San Diego City College District. This is Jazz FM 88.3.
We need to add some gas.
San Diego.
Let's get some gas in here. And we'll be good to go. There we go. Probably put a little over a half gallon in. Oh yeah. These gas tanks are only about a gallon. They don't hold too much, but a little bit interesting. Oh, gas cap is missing its rubber O-ring around it. I have something we can use for that, but for now let's close it there. Missing its O-ring, so gas will splash out of that. So I'll have to fix that in a second. Alright, we're ready to start up. Let's go. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh, there we go. Let's get some gas to the carb too as well. Start. Got a stubborn starter here. Spray some into the intake here. There we go. We might be having some issues here. Stop the back wheel, it stops. It shouldn't be dying like that. got some oil in it too. Okay, yeah. Terrible oil in there, but every time I stop the back wheel, it's dying. That's no good. The carburetor may not be good anymore. We got the parts for it for 30 bucks and doing the rebuild on it, but the new one's $260. We're trying to avoid that. We may need one because this should keep idle. Everything should be working perfect. Let's double check one thing here. I'll go ahead and turn the idle up a little bit there. That the idle was low. I turned it up a little bit. It seems to be fine now. Okay. And also, remember, this hasn't run for a year or two. To warm up, get used to itself. We need to rev it real high as well once it gets warmed up, and really let it seat in so that it works out any kinks, and then we'll see after that. Doesn't have issues. It's got a little lower on it right now. Let's go ahead and turn it up. Turn that up. That should be fine now. Now I'm just going to let it warm up. The choke. It didn't seem like the choke was working. The idle's kind of going up and down a little bit. tire just cut a hole in my brand new plank. So we'll let it warm up a couple minutes, kill it. Until it gets run a little rough. We'll get the new oil and oil filter in there, and then we'll run it after that. And then we'll have customer ride it, and if there's any issues more on it, then we will have to get a new carburetor, which is trying to avoid that. Yeah, I think it's going to run good enough, so we don't have to do that. Man, this is a great ass scooter. I love this scooter. So good old scooter. It's alive. Yeah, Googly, just hit me up. I'll tell you. You want a Vespa. Vespa's what you want for a scooter, Googly. You can find used ones for like 1,000, 1,500, but that really is the best scoot. So good quality. You could sell it for the same price. You could ride it for a long time, sell it for the same price. Yeah, because you could find this scooter, but you could also find a Vespa for the same price. But the Vespa is a higher quality. Not that this scooter won't go forever too, though. But Vespa's nice. Vespa's a nice little scooter. I used to have a Vespa I sold for somebody, signed by Kevin Bacon. The Kevin Bacon Vespa. Yeah, the Vespa's very affordable, Googly. You'd be looking like, you don't want to be on freeway, so you'd be looking like an older, like from 2001 and up, like a LX 150. You can get those for 1,000. Those are great. Or you can get the GT 100. Those are freeway legal and haul ass. You can get the GTS 50. You can get the new GTS 300. Those are getting expensive though. But you can pick up a Vespa used for 1,000 or 1,500 that will literally go tens of thousands of miles. So worth the money. So as long as it's nothing's wrong with the motor. Just have someone check it before you buy it, but about to do the oil change here. I'll take a little toe, almost out of weed here, you guys. Got the Deadhead OG from Alpha Medic, San Diego. Good stuff. I'm super hungry. I didn't get. Usually I have like a little light breakfast or something. I didn't even have that. So I'm gonna finish up here and eat. It's not too late. I might live stream and take my little kitty baby moon out for a walk. So I'll do maybe some IRL. There's a little tiny lake with ducks and stuff we walk around. So I might take my little kitty out on a walk and do some IRL. Keep practicing. Keep practicing my IRL and all that. Smoke break. Let's see who we got here today. Yeah, thank you for stopping by, Googly. That's what I'm trying to live stream anytime I work. I might as well. And this will be part of what I do when I hit the road. I'll still be fixing bikes for money. Yeah, I didn't have nothing. Usually I have like a banana, a yogurt, a glass of milk, and something. and I didn't have none of that. I had a glass of milk. But Cappy got some burritos. Yeah, shoot. I could use a Cali burrito right now. I want you to see my kitty though, Googly Baby Moon. She's so cute. She was on Cappy's stream. We all hung out when let's see, it was me, Goo, Nano, and then we met up. We saw Attila and Jewel and Smolari with Hashberg. But I had my kitty out all night, my Baby Moon. But that was at night. I'll bring her out in the day. We'll walk her around. Sometimes she goes to work with me and hangs out in the car. She loves going out. But I'll do some IRL and walk her around. You did? Yeah, she's cute. She's cute. I love her. What you got, Googly? What? Torty, okay. Yeah, I got my Baby Moon. All my kitties are Cornish Rex. I got my Baby Moon, she's 7. And then I got 2 boys, 2 brothers. They're 17. Which I got their pictures of them on my Instagram and stuff. And Google, if you haven't seen my videos on my channel, you should see one of my old kitties. I was walking him at the lake, Jackson. He is super special. I'd walk him at the lake with no leash. And then he used to steal joints. So there's a video of him stealing joints. He'd grab a joint out of your mouth. And then I also shoot a kitty. As far as I know, I'm the only one in the world to do shoot a kitty, where I pretend to shoot and then he falls over and plays dead. So pretty funny videos. But yeah, I love my kitty. It's all right. Let's get. We got the oil change to do. Let's get our oil. Find where the oil trim bolt is. On this other side. Yeah, I love my kitties. Okay. Okay, same thing here. Hopefully I got. I have to unplug my pack. Hopefully I got battery just here. I'm gonna turn it around right here. Alright, let's get this oil change done. Shit. Shoot. Here we go. 17 extensions. Okay. My job is pretty crazy. I gotta lay down everywhere. Alright, so I need to. It's such a pain the way they make this. I'm kinda gotta squeeze this. Oh man, that's so lame. Kinda gotta have to hold that. I'll have to hold that pan. Sometimes you can put this thing in there. I might do that. Let's see. Sometimes you can put the kickstand in there, but then it's too messy. We'll just do it like this. Let's go ahead and crack it loose. So let's crack it loose. 17 millimeter off the side right here. Crack it, boom, there we go. I usually take it like this, and then let's get lined up over here. And I'm gonna hold the bolt hold on here. Let's get a rag out. Okay. Hold the bolt here. There we go. Ooh, dang, it's so nasty oil. That's just black. Oh. We've seen some terrible oil today, too. Terrible oil today, you guys. This is worse than the other skillet. That is just black, black, black. Okay, I need to tilt the scooter here. I need to tilt the scooter toward me to get extra oil out. And we got an oil filter too on this. We're gonna pull out. Oh, that oil is so nasty. Let it sit for a second, and then pull it back toward me again. There we go. See that stream coming out again? People don't do this at a shop. They don't tilt your bike back and forth because they don't give a crap. So they leave 10% of oil in there. Imagine leaving 10% of this black oil and adding oil. Like, that's gross. So we get all the oil out, and it has to be hot. Nice and hot, 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 so it all drains quick and quick, and all of it, every single drop. So tilt it again. It's probably the last right there. When it's down to just drops, then you're done. Bring it back, let it sit for a second, and the last time here. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, one last time. Boom. Let it drain off to the side like this, hold it, and bring it back up, and put the bolt back in. And I'm going to do a tight on it for real tight. We may open it up again, but there we go, real tight. Because we still have to get the filter off. We may have to take more oil out of there, so we'll see. But let's move up to the front here. And we got this filter to take off. Let me look at what we're doing here. Okay. That's gonna be so messy, let me think. I really don't leave you much option. Okay, I think what we'll do is I'm gonna get the oil out. Of here. We need to put the pan. Basically, this needs to go inside the whole pan because we got a bunch of oil that's gonna come down here, and I have nothing to catch it. So, because it's a crappy design like that. But we got an oil filter right here, and we got our special tool to get that out. So let's go ahead. Got a little jug here for oil. Let's start downloading our oil out here. That's nasty oil. Alright. Oil's out. Now we're going to tip the whole bike to the side so we can put our kickset in there. I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice. Let's see. I'm going to sacrifice. I might sacrifice this rag right here. want to give it a little cushion. I don't want this breaking the plastic. So let's go ahead and tilt the whole bike on the side like this. Because we need to get this under here like this. There you go. Kind of a pain, but that's how they designed it. It's terrible. But still might leak a little bit. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to go to the other side. I need a tool here. And we're going to turn the filter off. Special tool right here. Special tool right here. There's a little edge. I'm just going to turn the filter. A little thing at the end. This other filters are better. They have a wrench, so you can just do a socket. Just do a socket tight. Otherwise, the other ones have a groove and it's kind of tough, but this is the tool for it. So let's go ahead and pull that filter off on the other side. But oh wait, no, sorry. It's from this side. Let's get it. Let's get it. Oh, come on, man. Oh man, that's really stuck. I might have to get my other tool out. It's kinda stuck on there. Oh shoot. That is not turning. Okay, let's turn a little bit. Good God, it's terrible design. Ugh. Terrible design. That one's been over tightened. Just have to spray something. Ooh. Somebody over tightened the hell out of that. Let's get some penetrant. We're going to put that. Hopefully this will hit the threads. Help us out a little bit here. It's moving, but it's also rusted from the beach, and it's also over tightened. And man, oh, this is so tough. Come on, baby, come on. Oh man, it doesn't have much to turn. Oh. Oh man, you might be in trouble here, guys. This is rusted on. Oh, it's bending the steel on the filter. It won't come off. Oh my gosh. Okay, we are in a predicament now. It's really stuck on there, and the more that I use this tool, the more that it's kind of stripping out the groove a little bit, and there's really surrounded by metal on all directions. There's no way to get a wrench or anywhere, so this really has to work, and it's really stuck. And with some more penetrant like that, hopefully it's seeps into there, into the cracks. Oh gosh. This is a problem. This is a problem. I'll try and get in there again. Just that there's not. This whole system is stupid. I hate it. Doesn't grab onto it good. Okay, it won't. There's nothing to grab on this anymore. Oh. If I can just get loose. Got the oil out, but this filter is so stuck on there. Oh, so now it's so stuck on there that the groove that fit in there, it's all stripped out a little bit, so it won't get a good grip on it now, which is why those filters are terrible. It's good to have this one with a socket head, you know, and you just have to put a socket on there, socket tight and whatnot. So this other design is terrible for this reason right here, that somebody way over tightened it, and this has been at the beach, so it kind of rusted on there, and now it won't come off. There's no way to get a wrench around it any close to it. Let me see. I don't know what we're gonna do here. I'm gonna try one spot with adjustable pliers and see. Got adjustable pliers here, and we'll see if we can get in there. There's only one area, but it really doesn't need to move much, but you really can't. You can't get in there at all. Okay, yeah. Let's see. There's no way to get into it. Only from this direction. Figure something out here. What are we going to do? Let me try and hammer a little more groove into it, but really it already separated out, so there's the groove's not really good anymore. What this tool goes into. If this keeps coming out, we'll try it. No, it won't grab it. It won't grab it. Oh. Dang it. problem. Need to get that filter off and never put that type on there again. I don't know what we'll do on that. We might. I want that filter off. Really, it's probably way too many miles on it, but we might have to. If he needs to use a scooter, we might need to just put new oil in and let it ride and figure out later how to. Really, this thing's going to have to be destroyed, and it's got to be destroyed a good way, because you could have pieces on there that you can't get out. So it's going to have to be hit with some flat heads and pried and big pliers in there, just destroyed and turned and pulled out. But like I said, destroyed in the right way, so that everything will come out. And then we never use that again. We use this good one with the socket. I'll show you guys. I think it's like a 17. So then you just have a good socket for it for the future. What it is. 7/8. 7/8. 5/8. Okay. So it's a 5/8. So if this was a good fill, then I would just be able to like that and get it out quick, you know. That's a stupid one on there, so now it'll have to be destroyed, but this is the proper filter. Regular spark plug socket, 5/8 gets that right off easily. So that's the problem. Crappy filter on there. So we're probably gonna stop for today because I might have to just think about how I'm gonna just completely obliterate that and get that off of there. It's gonna have to be destroyed to take off. I don't feel like doing that right now. We got to come back anyway to put a new battery in the other bike, and so we'll come back and remove this filter. It looks like, but man, I'm kind of bummed out on that. Kind of bummed out. It's that this is what you deal with all the time. This is what you deal with. So yeah, I've been out here forever. Trying to think, because I still have to do the front brakes on this bike, to the front brake caliper anyway, but it'd be nice to be able to fix this, but I'm gonna have to destroy it. I think I know how I'm gonna do it. What I'll probably do, this is how we're gonna do it later on. So it's in there, right? It's got a slot, but the slot's all stripped out now. So basically what we're gonna probably do is we're gonna drill a hole into the top and to the bottom like that. And then I'll take these suckers like this. We'll drill some holes in there. I'm gonna shove these needle nose in there, right? Shove that needle nose in there, and I'll pound the needle nose in there, and I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna turn the needle nose, and that's how we'll do it. Once it comes loose, then it'll unscrew. But we'll drill holes like that, just like that, and we'll be able to turn it out like that. But I ain't doing that today. We're done for today. I didn't even get no breakfast. We're already past lunch. I didn't get no breakfast, no lunch. We done today, guys. So let's start wrapping it up. And we will come back out one more time and finish up. Okay, yeah, it's quite a marathon today. out here at beautiful Encinitas, you guys, at the beach. Which is just San Diego, you know. Encinitas. Beautiful Encinitas. Might go out tonight too, you guys, or something. At some point, I want to go. I want to go down to Tijuana and do a nice walking tour. I need to just sign up for Mexican service on my phone because it's supposed to be on there and it wasn't last time. And then either me or if I can get some people, but go down to Tijuana, walk around in the daytime, and then into the nighttime we'll hit it all up. And maybe the beach too. We'll hit up the beach as well. But I want to go out and do some stuff and relax, have some fun. Have some fun, get some content out there, but really just to have some fun. Okay, get my rags here all set up. Special tool. That bathroom area. Successful day though today. The other scoop going good. Just needs a new battery, but runs brand new. Super awesome. And then this scoop runs pretty good. I'm trying to get it. The carburetor is a little touchy, but we'll give it a little bit of time with the new oil and everything. We'll give the customer a couple hundred miles of riding it, and then if it has trouble starting or if the idle goes up and down all weird, then we'll be like, all right, we need to buy that $250 carburetor. But we're going to try and avoid that, and I think we can. Nobody wants to buy a $250 carburetor. My entire work on that bike is $200. So carb clean and oil change, $200. Just keep it good prices for people. Keep it efficient. All right, we got this. We got this tube. So we're just wrapping up, cleaning up here. And then do something. I would be going out to the skate park, you guys, but my license is suspended for a ticket. I got to send my lawyer to court, and my skate park is right across from the sheriff's station. They don't like skateboarders, so I would be at the skate park making content, but they sell my car there. They would see that it's expired registration. And they would tow it. Otherwise, we'd be at the skate park 3 days a week. It's usually what I do. All right, we got our oil. We got this. But yeah, after today, I have to pay my lawyer $100 to go into court to take care of the ticket, and then my license will be good again, and I'll be able to complete my registration on my car. They won't let me complete the registration on my car until I take care of that ticket. So I'll take care of that this week. And hopefully my license will be all good by the end of this week and don't have to worry about that. In the meantime though, I gotta drive around and make the money that I need to pay to make my license good again, you know what I mean? So it's like, I have to drive and go work so I can make money to be legal so I can drive. You know they don't care if they pull you over. They don't care. So just make sure we don't get pulled over. Okay. Turns out for old DJ Darren. Oh. All right, we had some stubborn work today for sure. Oh. Stubborn work today. Let's see. All right, all my rags. Let's get those going. Right here. Man, you guys, I'm so hungry right now. Shoot. So hungry. We are calling it quits. To figure out what to eat. Okay. Got the oil. I gotta take this oil and make sure it doesn't spill. I really can't have that spilling. Sitting right here in my, oh shoot, man. I think it really splashes around. Alright, so we gotta put something over that. Put something over that, shirt over that. So it doesn't spill. And we need to take another tote. Okay. I had a bag here somewhere. Okay, walk around here. Tools out. Let's see. Oil and oil filter back in there. And let's see if we have any other parts for this. Oh yeah. We got the brake caliper right here. Front brake caliper we're going to put on and finish this because it's totally stuck. So we got a brand new one there. And then this will be a good old buddy. This thing will go thousands. The old carburetor. Look at that. Let's get our oil pan back here. Okay. Trash right here. I'll put that in here. Put that in there. Whew. Man, it's warm out today. We've got some extra hoses here. A little extra stuff we'll use later for something. Let's go ahead and use this buddy. front brake. Oh, it's so hard to push this thing. There we go. Right. You're wrapping it up, buddy. Dude, I want to go out and do something tonight. Dude, I might just go to Tijuana alone. I go to the border. My registration is expired, and so is my license. But I can drive to the border and walk through and walk back. I might go. We'll see. Trying to get Cappy to go. That lazy mother effer. Yeah, something. You guys have got something about getting paid. All right, here. Oh, dust everywhere. Good God. Wow. All right, you guys. I'm gonna turn the stereo roll. All right. Who we got in here? Just about wrapping up. Yeah, googly, gas prices out of control. So that's why I'm gonna do my United States trip will be in half, and then I can afford the gas. Like probably about 6,000 to 7,000 miles. Everything on the eastern part of the United States. Nuke, you're still there. Thank you for showing up, buddy. Thank you guys for showing up. I'm trying to do something tonight. I want to go out. Got some cash and got some little bit of weed, so we'll see. At least by this weekend, I want to dip down to Tijuana and I'm gonna practice. Hopefully, see if the stream is good enough quality. I'll make Mexican service to do that, and then go down and get some tacos on the street. Probably gonna buy a poncho and probably a blanket and just go all over, walk all over, show you guys like a real good tour. So we'll see like the daytime of Tijuana and then into the night, and then try and take you guys into the strip clubs. But I can't have if any nudity hits on the screen, then I have to cancel the stream from YouTube. So we'll see if I can pull something off, but we'll do it. And we'll go to the beach too, Tijuana Beach. But try and get somebody. I want someone to come with me, you know? It's kind of boring to go alone. Kind of boring. I've been down there a million times. I used to DJ down there too as well. It's fun. Yeah, I'm trying to get Cappy's lazy bones. He's even if it's off stream, but I figure if we're gonna go down to Tijuana, then we have to stream it. But at least like a low key, like just the guys hanging out, you know. Like we don't have goo, so you know, let's go have a good time. No one have to do any babysitting. Just go down there and have some fun. Got my car, you guy. I'll show you my car here real quick. We got the cop car, you guys. Whoops. Let me organize it up here for you. There we go. There we go. There's my baby. There's my baby right there. Okay, everything's done with the scoots. Make sure I didn't forget anything. Okay. I guess we're wrapping the stream up. We'll go get some food and stuff. Cool. Appreciate you showing up, Googly. Oh, dang it, it won't show me chat right now. What's going on? Yeah, we'll see. We'll try and get some plans. Try and get Cappy out and do some stuff for this weekend. Some fun shit. I got some money now, so I just made a couple $100. So I need to get out and do some fun shit for the weekend. If it's just me, then that's it. Fine. But doesn't anyone else want to go out and have some fun? Like do anything? So I'm always up for doing anything and some fun shit. So we'll see. But all right, Googly, I'll see you in chat. See you. Thank you.